Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about inverse Laplace transforms. This is the sixth unit of inverse Laplace transform for SEM. Sixth unit in fourth semester. Very important topic as far as your semester end exams. You will get 27 marks from this unit. You will get 1 mark questions 3 mark questions 3 and 5 marks questions 3. Altogether 27 marks from this 6th unit inverse Laplace transform. Very important as far as marks also subject. In 5th unit we already learned Laplace transforms. Very similar to that we have inverse Laplace transforms, their formulas and properties, problems, methods. Let us see one by one. In this class we are going to learn is definition. What is inverse Laplace transform? Formulae for some standard functions. Linear property of inverse Laplace transform and problems regarding linear property. In examinations, you will get 1 mark question write linear property or state linear property for 1 mark. And for 3 marks, you will get a problem on linear property. So, first of all, let us define what is inverse Laplace transform. Inverse Laplace transform, how it is defined? It is if L of f of t is f bar of s, that is Laplace transform of f of t is f bar of s, then f of t is known as inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s, and it is denoted by L inverse of f bar of s, that is L inverse of f bar of s is equal to f of t. So very simple. If Laplace transform of f of t, if Laplace transform of f of t is f bar of s, then inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s is f of t. Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform are inverse to each other. Just like differentiation and integration are inverse to each other, similarly Laplace and inverse Laplace transforms are inverse to each other. Once you know differentiation formulae, you can easily able to know what is integration formulae. Similar to that, if you know the Laplace transform formulas, then it is very easy to you to get inverse Laplace transform formulas. So let us go for now. What are the standard formulae for inverse Laplace transform? So note down L for Laplace transform and L power of minus 1, that is read as L inverse, is notation for inverse Laplace transform. So what is the point here? If Laplace transform of f of t is f bar of s, then inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s is f of t. That's it. Okay. So let us now go to the standard formulas. Standard formulae. L inverse of 1 by s is equal to 1. You see, just now I said these are Laplace transforms and inverse Laplace transforms are inverse to each other. We know what we know. L of 1. What is L of 1? It is 1 by s. So L of 1 is 1 by s, implies L inverse of 1 by s is 1. That's it. If you know the Laplace transform formulas, then you can easily know the formulas for inverse Laplace transform. L inverse of 1 by s minus a is e power of at. L inverse of 1 by s plus a is e power of minus at. You can easily No here. What is that? If it is minus in the denominator, you will get plus, and if it is a plus, you will get minus. 1 by s minus a e power of a t, 1 by s plus a e power of minus a t. L inverse of 1 by s power of n is t power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial. Now L inverse of 1 by s square plus a square is 1 by a sin a t. L inverse of s by s square plus a square is cos a t. So whenever there is a s in numerator, we will get cos. And denominator, if it is plus, sin a t cos a t. And if it is minus, we will get sin h a t and cos h a t. These are 8 standard formulas of inverse Laplace transform. So note down all. Behind them, let us go to the very important property, linear property of inverse Laplace transforms. So students, please note down all these 8 standard formulae of inverse Laplace transforms. So very easy, since Laplace and inverse Laplace transforms are inverse to each other. You know already in 5th unit you already learned Laplace transforms and standard formulas. Once you know the Laplace transform formulae, now you can easily know inverse Laplace transform formulas. Now let us go to the very important property, that is linear property of inverse Laplace transforms. What this linear property says? Linear property of inverse Laplace transform is same as linear property of Laplace transforms. So it is a very easy. Once you know the 5th unit Laplace transform, once you learned it, then inverse Laplace transform is very similar to that. Nothing else. Now see, L inverse of f bar of s is f of t, and L inverse of g bar of s is g of t. Then L inverse of c1 into f bar of s plus c2 into g bar of s is c1 into f of t plus c2 into g of t. So as you learned in Laplace transforms, here also what you are doing in inverse Laplace transform linear property says, whenever his function is multiplied by a constant, then we can take that constant outside of inverse Laplace transform. We learned the same concept in differentiation, integration, Laplace transforms, now inverse Laplace transform. Very easy. Very easy. You see here C1 is a constant and C2 is a constant multiplied to the functions. C1 constant outside and C2 constant outside. Inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s, inverse Laplace transform of g bar of s. That is a linear property. You may get this question, write a linear property or state linear property of inverse Laplace transform for 1 mark. This is what you have to write. L inverse of C1 into f bar of s plus C2 into g bar of s is C1 into L inverse of f bar of s plus C2 into L inverse of g bar of s. Whenever constant are there, you can take them outside of L inverse. That is a linear property of inverse Laplace transform. You may get it in your semester end exam for 1 mark. Very easy. Now let us do some example. Let us do at about 10 to 12 problems which are came previously in semester end exams for 3 marks. Students, be careful that damn surely 100% we will get one question on linear property of inverse Laplace transform in semester end exam. So be careful. So if you know the linear property and if you know the standard formulas of inverse Laplace transforms, we can easily do these problems. Be careful, you will get for 3 marks. Linear property 1 mark and problems on linear property 3 marks in semester end. So let us go to the next slide where we explain the problems on linear property. Let us go to the next slide. You see, here problem is First problem, what it says, find L inverse of 5 by s plus 3. As we learned in linear property, if a function is multiplied by a constant, we can take that constant outside. Now take 5 outside. Take 5 outside. 5 into L inverse of 1 by s plus 3. So what is a formula? What we are having here, you see, I written as height. What is that? L inverse of 1 by s plus a is equal to e power of minus 80. Similarly, L inverse of 1 by s plus 3 is e power of minus 3t, because at place of a, what we are having? We are having 3, just e power of minus 3t. So answer is 5 into e power of minus 3t. You will get for 3 marks. Previous question for 3 marks. So what you have to know? You have to know the formulae. Once you know the formulae, then you can do the problems very easily. By linear property, take constant outside and apply standard formulas. That gives answer very easy, and you will get for 3 marks. Students, listen carefully. This is the first problem. Note it down. Note it down. Let us go to the next problem. Meanwhile, you note it down. Now, is it completed? Now, shall we get to next problem? Yes, I think so. Let us go to, is it completed? Yes. Yes, let us go to the next problem. Now, the second problem is L inverse of 1 by s square plus 25. Again, L inverse of 1 by s square plus 25. 25 can be written as 5 square. L inverse of 1 by s square plus 5 square. What is the formula? Here I written. What is the formula? The formula is L inverse of 1 by s square plus a square is 1 by a sin 80. Instead of a, what you are having? You are having 5. So that is 1 by 5 sin 5t. That's all. These are previous questions for 3 marks. So if you know the formula, then you can do the problem. So make sure you should by hand all formulas very thoroughly. 8 standard formulas that we are given in previous slide. Shall I show you again? Previous slide we are taken. This is 8 standard formulas. You have to by hand all these 8 formulas. Then only you can then learn linear property. This is a linear property where constant comes, then you have to take it outside. Very similar to differentiation, integration and Laplace transforms. Once you know the linear property and standard formulas, you can do the problems that already I explained you. Now the second problem, note it down. Let us go to the next problem. I will give a few seconds, 1 minute time. Let us note it down. Let us go to the next slide. Very easy. You have to by formulas thoroughly. Tomorrow I am going to ask you all 8 standard formulas. Each and every one of you must answer me. Otherwise, if you won't tell the formulas, you will get imposition of 5 times. Now let us go to the next slide, next problem. Find L inverse of s by s square plus 9. Very similar to the second problem. L inverse of s by s square plus 9. Here 9 can be written as 3 square. Yes or no? 9. How can you write 9 as 3 square? Now the formula I written here. L inverse of s by s square plus a square is cos a t. Instead of a, we are having 3. Therefore answer is cos 3t. Very easy. So what you need? You need standard formulas. Once you had standard formulas, you can do all problems in mathematics, in any branch of mathematics. First of all, you have to know the formulas. makes the subject very easy. So by heart formulas, then do the problems. This is the third problem on linear property of Laplace transforms. So note it down. Let us go to the next problem. Shall I move on to the next slide? Yes or no? Yes. So now let us go to the next slide, next problem. What it says? Find L inverse of 1 by s power of 4. Again, formula based problem, 1 by s power of 4. Remember the formula, L inverse of 1 by s power of n is t power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial. This is a formula, power s power of n. Now we are having 4. So t power of 4 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 factorial, that is t cube by 3 factorial. What is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. If it is 4, then 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If it is 5, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That's it. If it is n, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 3 factorial. 3 into 2 into 1, that is 6. Answer is, what is answer? T cube by 6. That's it. Very simple. So note down. Let us go to the next problem. So again and again I request you to buy all formulas. Shall I show again? Formulas? Formula side. Where is the formula slide? This is the formula. Standard formulae. L inverse of 1 by s. 1. L inverse of 1 by s minus a e power of 80. L inverse of 1 by s plus a e power of minus 80. L inverse of 1 by s power of n t power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial. L inverse of 1 by s square plus s square 1 by a sin 80. L inverse of s by s square plus s square cos 80. L inverse of 1 by s square minus s square 1 by a sin h 80. L inverse of s by s square minus s square cos h 80. Denominator plus means sin 80 cos 80 and denominator minus means sin h 80 cos 80. So just use your common sense. Very easy to remember these formulas. So where we are? We standard formulas, linear property, first example, second example, third one, and now we are at fourth one. Note it down. Note it down. Let us go to the next problem. Shall I move on to the next problem? Yes. Now let us go. Let us see the next problem. Fifth problem. Find L inverse of 2 by s minus 4 plus 3 by s square minus 9. What to do in first step? By linear property, what to do? Take constants outside. Right. Very good, guys. Very good. Take all the constants outside. Here the constant 2 outside and constant plus 3 outside of inverse Laplace transform. It is 2 into L inverse of 1 by s minus 4 plus 3 into L inverse of 1 by s square minus 3 square. By linear property, we are taking constants outside of inverse Laplace transforms. Now use the formula L inverse of 1 by s minus a e power of 80. Therefore, L inverse of 1 by s minus 4 e power of 40. L inverse of 1 by s square minus s square. What is that? Yes, good. 1 by a sin h80. Here 1 by 3 sin h3t. That gives answer. Now what is answer? 2 into e power of 40 plus sin h3t. This is a previous question for 3 marks. Note it down. Completed. Let us go to the next. So note down the fifth question. Fifth problem. Very easy. standard formulas, linear property and examples. That's what we are doing in this class. You will get one more questions like define inverse Laplace transform or state linear property of inverse Laplace transform, and for 3 marks you will get just like these examples, find inverse Laplace transforms by using linear property. For 3 marks you will get. This is the fifth problem we done. Let us go to the next slide. This is the sixth problem. Previous questions repeated many number of times for 3 marks. What is that? Sixth question. Find L inverse of 1 by s minus 4 plus 1 by s plus s by s square plus 2 square by linear property. If any constants, if the functions are multiplied by a constant, take those constants outside. Now here no constants, that is simply L inverse of 1 by s minus 4 plus L inverse of 1 by s plus L inverse of s by s square plus 2 square. Here we are using the formulas. What we are using here, L inverse of 1 by s minus a e power of at, L inverse of 1 by s 1, L inverse of s by s square plus a square, cos at. 3 standard formulas gives the answer e power of 40 plus 1 plus cos 2t. Very easy. So if you know the formulas, you can write the answer. That gets you 3 marks. Very easy. Nothing is there. So what you have to do? What you have to do is, what you have to do here, just by heart the formulas and practice the problems. That gives answer. Nothing. Note it down. Let us go to the next problem. Let us go to the next problem now. Next problem is see. Next problem. Find L inverse of 1 by s minus 3 plus 1 by s plus s by s square plus 36. Very similar to the sixth question. You see, sixth question. Very similar to that we are having seventh question. Both are same problems. So I will give 2 minutes time. Please do this, because just see the sixth question. See the sixth question. This is the sixth one. See it. By sixth question you can do the seventh one. Both are very similar to each other. Yes, come on, do it, students. I will wait. Very similar question. That's why come and do it and tell me the answer. Very good. Yes. What is answer? E power of 3t plus 1 plus cos 60. Same formulas. What is the first formula you are using? L inverse of 1 by s minus a e power of 80. Second formula, L inverse of 1 by s 1. Third formula, L inverse of s by s square plus 6 square cos 60. Yes, everybody did. I will give 1 more minute. Please do. Did all of you got it? Now let us go to the next slide, next problem, next example. Problems on linear property by using standard formulas. Yes, this is a question repeated many number of times. So let us this one next you have to do. Next problem you have to do by your own. You have to do the next problem, guys. Now I explain this one, very easy question. What is that? Eighth problem, find L inverse of 2s minus 5 by s square minus 4. So by linear property you have to take constant outside, 2 outside, L inverse of s by s square minus 2 square, minus 5 outside, L inverse of 1 by s square minus s square. So 2 constant outside, minus 5 outside, using linear property. Now use a formula. What is the formula here? L inverse of s by s square minus s square cos hat. Here what is the formula here? L inverse of 1 by s square minus s square 1 by s sin hat. By using the formulas you get answer 2 cos h2t minus 5 into 1 by 2 into sin h2t. Very easy. You see, just using the formula of L inverse of s by s square minus s square and L inverse of 1 by s square minus s square, you got answer. And this is a question for more than 10 times it came for 3 marks in annual exam. So shall I give same question, a similar question I will give one more. Now I will give 2-3 minutes. Now do the next problem. Just note it down. All of you note down this eighth one. Did you note it down? Yes. Only 2 steps. You will get 3 marks. Now I will give you have to do here now the next problem. Very similar question. You have to do the next problem. This is the 9th question. Find L inverse of 2s plus 1 by s square minus 9. Very similar to the 8th question. Shall I show the 8th question? This is the 8th question you are having. Very similar problem is given in 9th. So I already explained the 8th one. Now you already noted down the 8th problem. By seeing the 8th problem, by understanding the 8th problem, now do the 9th question. What is the 9th question? 9th question is find L inverse of 2s plus 1 by s square minus 9. Come on, do it. I will give 2 more minutes. You just do it. Yes, only 2 steps. What's the answer? Yes, good, guys. 2 into cos h3t plus 1 by 3 into sin h3t. Very good. Yes, that is answer. Yes. Many of you did. So what we are doing here? You have to take the constant outside. You have to take constant outside, 2 outside, and here no constant, only plus 1 constant outside. Now use the formula. What is the formula you have to use? L inverse of s by s square minus a square is equal to cos hat. L inverse of 1 by s square minus a square is equal to 1 by a sin hat. By using the formulas you get answer. What is answer? 2 cos h3t plus 1 by 3 sin h3t. Very easy. What is the thing that you have to know is the formulas. In denominator, if it is minus here, you will get cos h. If it is minus here, you will get cos h, sin h, cos h. If denominator is plus, then you will get trigonometric function. Cos h is sin h. Denominator is minus, sin h at, cos h at. Hyperbolic trigonometric functions. Yes. So that clarity you should have. So thoroughly by heart the formulas, you will easily able to identify which formula we have to use. And just use of formulas, you are getting the 3 marks here. Problem on linear property of inverse Laplace transforms. By heart standard formula and read the linear property and solve the problems. That's it. You will get 3 marks. Shall I move to next problem? Is everybody did this problem? Yes, very good. 8th and 9th. This is the 8th question. L inverse of 2s minus 5 by s square minus 4. And this is a ninth question. Find L inverse of 2s plus 1 by s square minus 1. 9. Both are very very important. Many times they are repeated for 3 marks. So if you understood these, let us go to the 10th example uh, on linear property. Shall I move? Is everybody noted down? Then I will go to the next example. Next example of linear property problem for 3 marks. All these questions are previous questions. Many times they are repeated also. Just by knowing the standard formulas, you can do these problems. So as I said, tomorrow you have to tell all these formulas. You should, every one of you should know these formulas. So let me proceed to the next example. It's the 10th one. This is also a repeated question for many times. What is the 10th question? Find L inverse of 3s minus 8 by 4s square plus 25. Dear students, now you see what is the difference here. You can take constants outside. 3 is a constant outside L inverse of s by 4s square plus 25 minus 8 is a constant outside L inverse of 1 by 4s square plus 25. Now you see in the third step what I did here, what we are doing here. You are taking this 4 constant outside because previously what you are having in previous problem, there is nothing like this 4s square, only s square, no 4s square. Here you are having 4s square. Only in formula, standard formulas, we are having s square. Now you should not have 4s square. That's why you have to take this 4 constant outside. As this 4, take it common. S by 4 common, s square plus 25. 1 by 4 common, s square plus 25 by 4. That is what will get 3 by 4 L inverse of s by s square plus 5 by 2 whole square. 25 means 5 square, 4 means 2 square. Again 8 by 4 means 2 here. Same formula. Now using the standard formulas, L inverse of s by s square plus s square cos 80, 1 by s square plus s square, 1 by s sin 80. You will get the answer. So 3 by 4 cos 5t minus 2 into 1 by 5 2 sin 5t 5 by 2t. Answer is 3 by 4 cos 5 by 2t minus 4 by 5 sin 5 by 2t. That's it. So here what is that? What is that new thing? You have to take the 4 constant outside. You have to take it common. Instead of s square, you are having 4s square here. That's why you have to take this 4 common. This 4 you have to take it common. That is a new one you are learned in this problem. Instead of s square, you are having 4s square. That's why take 4 common and outside of L inverse. That is a problem you have to do. Are you able to get it? The constant is, you should take constant outside. In standard formulas, we are having s square. Now you are having 4s square. That's why you have to take 4 common from that function. Note down. I will give 1 minute. Only 3-4 steps. You can easily go on. Very easy one. Are you able to get it? Instead of s square, you are having 4s square here. That's why you have to take 4 common. That's a different. In previous problem, ninth question, you have s square. In formulas, what you are having? Only s squares you are having. But in this problem, instead of s square, you are having 4s square. To convert into standard formula, you have to take 4 common. That's it. Very easy. It is not in standard formula. You have to convert into standard formula by taking 4 common. That's it. Are you able to get it? I think so. You are able to get. Now you are able to write and able to get, able to understand these problems. Let us go to the next stage of problem. 11th question. Find L inverse of s square minus 3s plus 4 by s cube. Find L inverse of s square minus 3s plus 4 by s cube. What to do? What to do? Yes, that's it. First of all, divide every term by s cube. That's it. That's well done. Yes, that's it, guys. So L inverse of s square by s cube minus 3 into s by s cube plus 4 into 1 by s cube. After simplification, what will get? L inverse of 1 by s minus 3 constant by linear property minus 3 constant outside L inverse of 1 by s square plus 4 constant outside L inverse of 1 by s cube. Now use of standard formulas. So what are the formulas you are using? L inverse of 1 by s 1, L inverse of 1 by s power of n, t power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial. Here is 1 by s square and here is 1 by s cube. Use of these formulas, you will get answer 1 minus 3t plus 4 into t square by 2 factorial. What is 2 factorial? 2 into 1, 2. So what is final answer? 1 minus 3t plus 2t square. That's it. Are getting this? I will erase all. You see, just use of two formulas. L inverse of 1 by s is equal to 1 and L inverse of 1 by s power of n is equal to t power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial. You got this. We are able to do all type of problems which previously came. So once you are able to do all these 11 formulas, 11 problems, you can do every problem on linear property. So what we learn? You see, what we learn today. So these many problems we are able to. I explained you the linear property, standard formulas, definition, formulae, linear property problems. First of all, we took the definition. If Laplace transform of f of t is f bar of s, then L inverse of f bar of s is f of t. L and L inverse are inverse to each other. Once you know the formulas of Laplace transform, then you can easily know the formulas of inverse Laplace transform. So these are the 8 standard formulas of inverse Laplace transforms. What are they? L inverse of 1 by s is 1, L inverse of 1 by s minus a is e power of at, L inverse of 1 by s plus a is e power of minus at, L inverse of 1 by s power of n is t power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial. L inverse of 1 by s square plus s square is 1 by s sin at. L inverse of s by s square plus s square is cos at. L inverse of 1 by s square minus s square is 1 by s sin h at. And L inverse of s by s square minus s square is cos h at. These are 8 standard formulas. If you know the 8 standard formulas and linear property, what linear property says, whenever there is a constant multiple of a function in L inverse, then that constant could be taken outside. That's it. That is a linear property as similar to as linear property of Laplace transforms. And we did examples. These problems are explained to you. All sort of problems, all formulas, the problems on all standard formulas I explained: 6th one, 7th one, 8th one, 9th one, 10th one, 11th one. All these problems we have covered. Now let me give you one problem, very simple problem. If you do this problem, let us close the class. Okay, so I am giving you one problem here. You all of you do now in the class, not homework. In classwork it is. You have to do it now. Very simple problem. Meanwhile, read all 8 standard formulas. I will give one problem for homework, one problem for classwork, not homework. Within the class you have to do. Okay. Let's come and read. Read all 8 standard formulas. Now the problem for you is, this is a problem for you. Find L inverse of 1 by s minus 3 plus 1 by s plus s by s square minus 4. Good. You can easily do. Already we did such a type of problem. Already I explained it to you. Yes, go on. Only 2 steps. Yes, guys. Very good. Yes. What is the first formula we are using here? L inverse of 1 by s minus a e power of 80. Second formula, L inverse of 1 by s. 1. Good. What is the third formula? L inverse of s by s square minus s square. S by, it is s by. If it is 1 by, then sin h at it comes. It is s by means you will get cos h at. Right. What is answer now? Then what is answer now? Yes, what is answer now? E power of 3t plus 1 plus cos h 2t. Right, guys. Very good. Well done. So I can realize that. I can hope you all got this. Yes. So, what is inverse Laplace transform? And some standard formulae, linear property of inverse Laplace transforms, problems on linear property. That's what you did. This problem means you are able to understand, I can guess it. So practice all these problems again at home. Read the standard formulas, read the linear property, and practice again and again all these problems. You will get a concept of linear property and how to solve these problems. You will get 3 marks in your end semester exams. And if you have any queries, you can mail me. Mail me at my mail naresh.tebadi@gmail.com. Note it down, naresh.tebadi@gmail.com. That's it. Good. Very good. So once again I am saying, what I am saying is, read all standard formulas, by heart them well, ask yourself again, read it, practice it, then read linear property, then practice all problems that we are did in the class. You have to again practice it, understood the concept, then we will go. What we will do in next class? We will take up one more important property, first shifting property or first shifting theorem of inverse Laplace transform. So if you are well understood this linear property of inverse Laplace transform and solving problems, we can easily move to the next one. So next class we will deal with first shifting theorem of inverse Laplace transform. Until then, bye, see you, thank you. So what I am saying, read all standard formulas, and come to the class. See you guys, see you tomorrow.